by their cover, not by the content of the book. But I tell you, my dear brother George Bush, the Lord said I should tell you that you are his chosen servant and that he loves you and that you are very special to him. I lost all friends when I prophesied about the war, and I didn't hear from them until after 13 years. But we also know that it is the truth. He did not lose the war because it was an unjust war, because it was a just war. You did not have all the problems, in which case people may not like and appreciate what you had done for America. But the Lord says that you should not worry about all those things, and he gave me a word for you. He said that he loves you. And the Lord said, I should tell you that you are very special to him. And I'm talking about President George Bush. He said that you've always come to him, and you have always been so dear to him, that as you endear to yourself to him, he endeared himself to you. I don't know you, never met you, never talked to you, have really don't know anything about what you have done or what you didn't do, but this is the message and the revelation that I receive, and so I pass it on to you, and you know what it means to you. The Lord said that he is going to protect any accomplishments that you have made, any achievement of your administration. He said he will protect. That anybody that opposes it, he will oppose. And anybody that wants to destroy it, he will destroy. Because you are so special to him. Any challenge and the difficulties that you had because at the point you decided to trust your friends, people in your network. You decided to trust man instead of trusting to him and doing exactly what he instructed you to do. But he loved you because you came back to yourself and you tried to make some changes in order to correct that. And that's what it takes to have a good leader. And that is what makes you so special among all the leaders of the recent time. He says that it's a matter of time that the history will be written. And then that you will see that the people of this country will now appreciate what you have done. But because they are right now emotional, like a small screen that is in front of their face because of how much they have lost and what it has cost them, they are not able to see what you have done. But as time goes on, when the smoke screen passes away, when this wall, this screen, like this, when it falls down, and they look at the underside, and they now be able to see what you have done, then history will justify you and find you blameless. For those you are people you call your friends who were actually your enemies, the same part of the same cohort that tries to control and undermine the integrity of America and the greatness of America, that the Lord is going to reward them. He said he will reward them. At the time you tried to intervene with your brother, also got a revelation. You shouldn't have done that, but I'm glad that it is backed up quickly. Because like I had told the people even before in the beginning, that the Lord did not want your brother to run. Not even $86 trillion could get him anywhere. And that was so. Those that thought I was crazy when I said it, now they believe. If they don't believe, then they are just suffering from something else. Because we know that it didn't work out. And I know that when I spoke about it, and I made sure that some of you understand that this is from the Lord, that you should not waste your energy on someone, supporting someone that the Lord has opposed. He did not oppose him for any reason, not that the Lord does not love him as he loves you. But the Lord did not want him to run for the office. To you, Speaker John Bernard, former Speaker, you heard from me several times, and also here I come. You've always heard from me in private, like everybody I have spoken to or that have heard from me. But before your resignation, I warned you 2 years ago, last year, I'm not sure the exact dates, and I have to look for that. But at the time, the Lord inspired me and spoke to me, and I also spoke to you. And I told you about the things that are going wrong and the direction that you were taking the country that is contrary to the will of the majority of the American people. And I told you that the Lord says that if you do not reverse that with your colleagues and peers, that is going to anybody who is continues to undermine the will of the American people will be removed from the office. I'm sure you have record of that, you remember. And I'm not saying it to beat you up, but I'm telling it to you because the Lord has also asked me to give you another message. The Lord has asked me to tell you, how dare you call his son Lucifer? If you had listened to the Lord, maybe Eric Cantor would not have lost the election because the angel of the Lord decided to oppose him. And for that reason, orchestrated a system that surprised everybody by him losing an election, even though he was an incumbent and a sitting majority leader. You didn't have to run again. If you had run, you would have lost. Because the angel of the Lord, have orchestrated a system that was not opposed to you and made it difficult for you to rule. I did not cause that. I'm just a messenger because you know I love you and I have always looked out for you by giving you messages, whether you receive it or not, whether your aides decides to share it with you, which sometimes in most cases may not be the case. But I know that as a brother watching out and looking out for his brother, I sent you a message and so I sent you today. The Lord is not happy with you because of what you have said. And the Lord said, but I tell you that anyone who is angry with a brother or sister will be subject to judgment. Again, anyone who says to a brother or sister, Raka, is answerable to the court. And anyone who says, you fool, will be in danger of the fire of hell. Therefore, if you are offering your gift at the altar, and therefore remember that your brother or sister has something against you, leave your gift there in front of the altar. First go and be reconciled to them, then come and offer your gift. And this is from Matthew 5:22 to 28